for this episode. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, look, this person I'm about to introduce, very special, extremely special. Let me praise him this way. He said that royalty doesn't just walk into a room; it arrives. As we say in Yoruba, Ori-Ade is the crown at the front. Alade-Meyi is the crown that holds it up. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause for the man with the crown that is backed up. Alade-Meyi.
Thank you,
Wow,
thank you. You didn't include my. You did.
Hey, yeah, tell us, and all 40 subscribers. Introduce yourself to the
You
world.
forgot my nickname back then. In your boat.
I forgot it to no vex, because nobody can forget Alademehin. What was the nickname again? Remind us.
It's in your boat now. In your boat now. In your boat.
How come I don't? Wait. You used to run track and field now. Did you? Did you used to run track and field?
Did I say what?
Did you used to run like track and field?
Yes, now. I was the fastest runner there now.
No wonder. I was like, okay. You know what? I got to get on. Don't let me spoil it for our wonderful viewers. Don't let me spoil it for them. I got to get it. So Alademehin, Usain Bolt at Ori-Ade boat and all the boats that is involved. Thanks for agreeing to come on this very small and humble show. It's really a pleasure to have you. Even looking at you like this, I'm happy that I was like, it's like my face just decided to just resemble you small, showing how important of a guest you are today. So thanks a lot for agreeing to this. That beginning hype is small hype. It's small hype, very small. Don't worry, throughout your story, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be giving you all your flowers, all your roses. Thank you very much for being here today.
You're actually a big man now. You're a big personality. So I can't just decline. I can't decline the invite now.
No, I don't go. Don't hype me like that. But you probably still remember my own nickname from school. So there's nothing big about my own personality based on that nickname. But we thank God. It's very wonderful to see you again finally after so many years. How long has it been?
It's
14 years, something like that.
It should be more than yeah, man. It's quite.
We graduated in 2012.
2012, yeah, 2012.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh, okay. Don't let me. Okay, let's chop it up. Okay, so thanks a lot for agreeing to come on the show. You are actually the very first guest that will do what you've done. Literally, I contacted you yesterday.
Yes.
Immediately, you were like less than 24 hours. Literally, and you're like, yeah, let's do this tomorrow. You are literally the first on the show to do that. So I really appreciate. Not everyone is, first of all, brave enough to want to do that, and not everyone is as fast as that. So I really appreciate.
Yes, I get.
You have no idea what that means to me. So thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Before we get to all the crowns and all the glory, let's go back to the beginning.
To where it all started from.
Let's go back to, yeah, exactly, to where it all began. When young Alademehin was curious about the world. What was it like growing up as young Alademehin? Where it all began? Can you take us through your earliest childhood memory?
Okay, so I didn't get that. So what age are you looking at here? Like
the earliest you can remember, if it's 5 years old, if it's 10 years old, if it's 3 years old, depends on you. Basically, your first understanding of the world, basically. Your first real
from that particular young me. What?
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
say,
From that young age.
yeah. So how well from those that time, I was just a very young, pampered, pampered boy. All I do is just
Okay.
school, I'm actually from a family of four, three girls, one boy, and I'm in the middle of these people. So,
Oh,
so um, I'm extremely overprotected. So you understand?
see, I
So,
see.
so from there, just school, come back home from school, play, eat, sleep, read. Which then they used to force us to read. They used to force me to read. I don't like people
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, of course. Nobody,
so,
nobody like
so,
book.
but you just have to read. You just have to pass. So we just have to read to pass, just to make sure these people's money don't go to waste. And also, then moving forward, I started finding purpose. I started finding purpose. Okay, this is the kind of person I want to be. Started mingling with a lot of people, started playing. I started interacting and all sorts. That was when I realized I had something in sports. So I started
Okay.
sport. I started representing schools from a very young, from the age of like 7, because I started school late. I started school late. Yeah, if I can recall, I started school late. If I can recall. So from there, that was when I started my career as an athlete. Let me put it that way. So then you
Okay.
started running, we win medals, then and Hostel. So from those, I'm talking about primary school, respectively like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I was very, 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 very famous. Everybody wants to mingle. Everybody wants to mingle. Everybody wants to mingle, and also they want
Because
to they want to be around
Alademehin,
because I
of course.
you know, so
Yeah.
I carry this aura, this kind of energy, even in class, even in class, I play a lot. So I think that was very my playfulness. All my results, all my report card, you will always find is too playful. He is too playful.
Mm.
So then life was actually easy. So not the way things are right now when you have to start thinking of so many things there.
Yeah.
And then it started growing from there to secondary school. So I was so
Okay.
lucky. I was so lucky. I had to I had to move from primary four to JS1 immediately. This was a double promotion. But then you want to say they forget the fact that I said I do level. I studied.
Huh. Wait, so
So
before we get into secondary school, do you mind if I just unwrap the primary school era a little bit, just so that I follow the story properly? So from primary school, you went to primary school. What primary school was that? Do you still recall the name?
yeah, I went to Federal College of Education Staff School in Lagos. Yeah, I can never
Okay,
forget my primary
okay,
school.
okay, okay. And you guys lived around that area also.
You said what?
You guys lived around that area. I'm going to assume you lived around that area also. The area is similar area
Not
as
quite.
your primary school.
Not quite. No, I stay quite a little bit far. I stay around Bagada. So
Okay.
we're always shuffling down to school every morning.
Okay. Okay. Yourself and all your siblings, or one or two of your siblings.
I, I am, I am my junior sister. I am my junior sister attended the same
Okay.
primary school.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the last born. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now it makes it seem, I'm just trying to understand, what that was like, and also like the earliest family dynamics, sibling dynamics, and things like that. So the first child, the second child, they were well into secondary school while you were still in primary school. Okay. And what was that? Because it's like you just remember having siblings. It's not like maybe you saw your siblings from a very small baby or something like that. You just remember having siblings. And then what was that dynamic like between siblings? Yes, we are pampered by mommy and
Okay. I
daddy.
didn't get.
The relationship between siblings, like I'm trying to understand. how the relationship was
Between my
between you
siblings.
and your siblings. Yeah, between you and your siblings.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my, oh my God. I think then, God, it was so. Then I was quite stubborn. I
Okay.
was quite stubborn. So I was quite stubborn, and I know the year what. So there's the disciplinarian out of my. That's my immediate elder sister. The disciplinarian. That one, we fight a lot. But in regards to that, like I said, they don't joke with me. Like even up till now, there's still this overprotective, you know, even as I have grown, they don't want to every minute, every day, every second, they always call it. They call it. Apa, what are you up to? All this kind of stuff and also like that. So we grew up in law, the whole four of us,
Mm, mm.
including moms. So it was all love. Whenever I'm having an inter-house sport or something, everybody falls in. So that support has always been that.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it has always been that. So I remember here that they did to me in school. All of everybody will come because it's not I have. I don't know how to fight.
Phobia.
Especially this my immediate elder sister. Yeah, the fact that we fight and also we are very very close, like extremely close. So she must not hear so and also be to you school. Yeah, she's following me the next day. And meanwhile, as I'm there, I think she was in 100 level or something. She just had she just get admission to university or something. People will
Wow.
not be like, they'll be like, what happened? What happened? Why are you coming? You want to come and fight or what? She was like, why would you be my brother? All this kind of. Even me that I even brought to go. At the end of the day, I'll have to be ashamed that God, which kind of land is this? Yeah, come on, be going. So my mom has a very cordial relationship with all my teachers. It went from both primary school to secondary school. Yeah, they will call like they beat your boy. Yeah, I'm on, will just be laughing. That you have like, okay, allow let my sister. You call talk to my sister and she should go. She leave me to that. I'm not a small
Mm-hmm.
boy. I can first for myself. All this kind of thing. And it's also
Yeah.
it went through while I was in secondary. Like it went through while I was also in secondary school. When I left FC to CMS, like Momsi literally passes inside the school compound to cross the other side. And whenever she's going, she just put. I was in the boarding school. We're in the
Uh-huh.
hostel together. We're in the we're in the hostel
No,
together. Then.
no. I
So
mean,
every
the part
every
that
blessed day.
Momsi crosses over, that's surprising. That's like one in a million blessing. You're basically a day student at that point, literally. I'm jealous.
So I'll say even when I was not outside the gates, if I was playing
Mm-hmm.
piano inside the
Yeah.
chapel, there are students. There are people that will collect whatever package she brings that very morning. So it was like that till the end of secondary school and also even when I was going to university.
Wow.
So
Wow.
so the love has been massive.
Now I can totally basically understand with my heart how pampered you were because it's like you hear people say they were pampered, but that one I totally relate. Totally relate. Till today, there's a kindness I will never forget. There was a lady, there was a time I was in GSS, yeah, GSS 2. She came for inspection, WAEC inspection, for those SS3 students at that time. And somehow she knew my mom because my mom works with WAEC. And then when she was leaving, she gave me
Wow.
500 naira. Till today, I'll never
Uh,
forget. I was so hungry at that point. She gave me 500 naira. For 2 days, I was soft. Like, nobody could tell me nothing. I was just soft.
all those things. Whenever it comes in when in school like that, we are always. It feels like yeah, you arrived.
Yeah. Till today, I remember her name. Her name Mrs. Anjorin.
Wow.
Like, she saved my life at that bit. Like, imagine
Well,
I
I
was
think I
receiving
think only
something
those
like that.
only those I think only those that went to boarding school relate to what we are saying. The-
Yeah. Yeah. It's wow. Okay. I'll try to get over that, but That's amazing. And finally, you had your double promotion from primary four.
Yeah, so from primary four, they were just like so. I actually wanted to stay. I actually wanted to stay to live my life from primary six because I had a girlfriend then in school, primary school, and I didn't want to leave her there. So I
Okay.
wanted to stay, but they were like, yeah. So they were like, so I was like, okay, just try this common entrance and see. If you fail, you go and do your primary five. If you pass, just get out of that place. Don't waste money for me.
Mm,
Honestly, I read for the common entrance. I read for the common exam,
okay.
and I planned to fail. I planned to fail. We've been falling in love when we were small.
No.
So, so I didn't want to leave because of the girl. So I planned to fail. All of a sudden, and the exam was instantly. The result came out instantly after the exam. So you just have to wait like 2 hours for the results
No.
to be uploaded, to be pasted. So I went into the exam hall, like I literally went prepared to fail, not to pass. So how God did it, I don't know. All of a sudden, I just saw my name, and my name is AA Alade-Meyi. So I'll be on number 1 to 10 list. It is very very certain because it is in alphabetical order and also. So I just saw my name at number 7. I like, I was like, "Ah, this is not the plan. This is not the plan. Like, no, this is not the plan. So I won't get to do this primary school graduation. No, now, no, why? My mom she was laughing. But at the end of the day, it was all worth it. Moving to a new environment, new secondary school. That's when I
Yeah.
moved to the secondary
New
school. I think the third
new
year
boys
after then,
only
like new
environment.
environment. I was not happy, but at the same time, I cannot waste school fees. So you had to be there. There is no no. There is no no. There is no. So you have to be there. Then, at the long run, I started adapting. I started adapting. I started mingling and all. Then the sporting activity came in again, and that was where my shine picked up. So they're
Yeah.
like, wow. So we have a
Me too.
so we have a
I
prospect.
Something just came to my mind. Were you in Crowder House?
I was the house hostel prepare of Crowder now.
I see. Okay. It's all coming back now. It's all coming back now. Okay. It's all coming back now. No, you see, when it comes to secondary school, do you know the people I remember are those that either beat me up or those that were my really close friends or those that caused me trouble one way or the other. Like, or maybe I'll never forget maybe that boy. That boy. Thank God that boy he has shown me little shege. And even I
And
noticed some people that popular people like you're popular, but it's like you're not as popular as some other guys like Emmanuel Abu, like even maybe was
I
even
was
quite popular
I was I was I was I was I was I was
because
uh,
it's weird. It's weird because I remember even people that were not in my class. I remember them either because like they've shown me shege or like they left like an impression.
yeah.
I was not all that.
Yeah.
I was
I
not
think
all
I
that
think you,
active
you were
in
you were in
sports.
Blue House now. You were in
Yeah.
Gordon. Gordon. So
No,
you
I
were
was
you
in
were
I
kind
was
of
in
close to
Stanley. I was in Stanley. If I was
Stanley.
in Gordon, I would
Okay,
have.
Stanley,
Yeah.
Stanley,
If I was in
Stanley.
Gordon, I'll have.
You also
I'll definitely see you every day because Crowder and Gordon is on the same floor.
it is
So
yeah.
I
So
was upstairs.
I hardly come to Stanley just once in a while to see the
Yeah.
Marines,
I hardly
Tony
go
and
to
all.
Crowder. Yeah, even whenever I go to Crowder, it's
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes to go to the back because there is like a door there. It goes to the back.
yeah. You are more of the bookworm type of person. You hardly come out for sport. You
But I
like
was
book
even
past
failing.
anything.
So I was even failing in the book. I tried to read, but it didn't enter. I just gave up and went to the choir, and still, but it is what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
always
how
like
the
to ask.
school?
I know where you are going. I know where you are going, but let's. You mentioned something when it comes to the secondary school
Okay.
entrance, because I remember we did not just do written exam. We also had other tests involved. Do you remember any of those other tests outside of the written exams?
Well, I came in at SS1, so I didn't do junior with you guys.
No wonder. No wonder. Exactly. That's probably one of the main reasons why, like, because we just spent 3 years
So I
together
didn't do,
compared to so, or maybe
I didn't
another.
do
We started
junior.
from the very
You guys
beginning, from
started
GSS one.
from the scratch. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
came, I came
Yeah,
in, I came
that's
in
most likely
SS1
why.
to still.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
yeah,
came in
that's most likely
SS1. I
why.
think
Yeah,
SS1
yeah,
second term was when I started
yeah.
being in the spotlight. When I started being in the spotlight, so it's all moved from when I started music.
Mm,
I was in the school choir then. I've not started sports, but
mm,
I was seeing everybody play ball, so I was just reserved. I was reserved, so I was still trying to study the school environment. So but I just had to join music because I play keyboard there. I was the school organist now.
yeah, I
I
remember that. I
sample.
remember that. You and
Yeah, yeah.
Senior Shay.
So that
Did
was
you meet
where that
Senior
was
Shay?
Shay. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. So
yeah, yeah,
I learned more under Shay. Yeah. So it was when
yeah.
Shay left. That was when I took over.
Do you remember Sambo also?
Yes, yes. We still talk.
Yeah.
We still hang out. We still talk. We still talk.
You know the
Sambo.
most
So it
interesting
was
thing.
so.
The most interesting thing
Eh?
about is some of what I regret even still to this day is when I was in GSS 1 and 2, I was a bit talented musically. I could sing and I could
Mm,
also play. I learned how to play the piano and some things by myself.
you
So
were in
Senior
choir.
Shay,
Were you not in choir?
I was in GSS 1, GSS 2, and I think I left in GSS 3. Yeah, because my parents told me to leave because I was failing in school. So from SS1, SS2, SS3, I was trying to be more serious book wise, but in junior school, it wasn't like that at all. So Senior Sheikh came to me and was like, I can teach you how to play better so that you can be more involved like in actual like sermon and things
Hmm.
like that. And I was a bit afraid because even outside of school, I knew Senior Sheikh. I used to go to his house also to learn to play
Yes. Wow.
in K2. We lived
Wow.
together in K2.
Okay.
But I was just overwhelmed with everything that was going on. I was like, I'm going to pass. And till this day, I wish I said yes because if I did, I'll know how to play the organ and the keyboard and all that by now. So that's one regret I have.
Honestly, she tried. She in regards to that, she brushed me off. Yeah, he brushed me up. He literally brushed me up before he left. You know when you cut out together. So
Yeah,
we were more in the
yeah.
same. We were in the same hostel. I and she were in the same hostel before they left. Then so that was what literally brushed me up before he now handed me over to Saki, to the music director. Then
Mm,
so
wow.
so
Okay,
it was
so
part of the.
we are going to get to that since SS1 is. I want to understand your GSS 1 to 3, what that was like before we then get to the CMS part of things. So your GSS 1 to 3, right? What school was that? And what was that like? Was that boys only or was that more of like a mixed
No,
school?
okay, it was not boys only. It was the secondary school of the primary school I went to.
Okay.
Federal College of
Okay.
Education, Technical Start School. So apparently we were the first set. So I was the school. It was when the school they created the secondary school. I was one of the first set of the people that got admission into that set. So we were the first set out of that school, and
Mm,
it was a miss school. So you know,
okay.
girls and everything. So your uniform has to be neat, in order to
Yeah.
get girls, and also then also academic wise to academic wise to you move close to people who are smart, and you also move to people who are talented. Sure, you understand. So I tend to fall between the in the talent aspect. I started doing well when I moved to CMS. I was always carried away junior secondary school. So yeah, it was always sport and all sport.
Yeah.
But my results were not bad. They were not bad. At least I was with always first 10. But I knew I dropped drastically. So that was the reason why my mom decided, no, I think before you spoil your life for us, let me let me take precaution. And don't have throw you inside only boys' school. So
Mm.
that was when. So the whole thing, okay, the whole idea started when after the GS3 GS3 third term. I lost my dad at that moment. That GS3 third term.
Wow.
Yes. So no SS1. Yes. SS1. Because I did SS1 first term there in my previous school before coming to CMS. I came in CMS, I think second term.
Okay.
Second
Wow.
term.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry
So
to hear
I
that.
was actually very lucky because CMS don't enroll students second term like that. Mostly SS1. So I don't know how Mom C did it and God. I don't want to say that man is influential. He's not influential in anything. It's just God that is helping her, you know? So so I was already enjoying my senior year, senior secondary school year, SS1, and all of a sudden the shift just came. It was like, okay, guy, you have to move to a boarding school. I don't know who advised that though. You have to move to a boarding school. And to be honest, I was glad. I was glad she made that decision because CMS actually made me who I am. Like really
Yeah.
shaped me. I was very, very no. I was extremely playful. This is what frustrated me. I was extremely playful. But so at that moment, she met with what's this man's name? I can't remember it. I think Buddy Bob. What is his name? I can't literally remember. And that was how one way or the other she was linked to Reverend Eduwale. So
Mm.
I was asked to take it. I took it in the entrance exam personally in the office there, in the principal office there. That was where I took the
Wow.
office.
That's
The man,
V.
the man VIP, and the man looked at me was like, because I was not actually writing the exam. Why would I leave a miss school where I'm seeing fine girls, where I have girlfriends? I'm coming to only boys school. Why? Why? You know? I was like, oh, what is And the worst part, and the worst part of it is, you now want to put me in boarding school where I will not have access to phone, and then there's this social media then to go on
To go,
Facebook
yeah.
or anything. Where
Yeah. Yeah.
why
I
I was
remember
like,
to
why
go.
would this woman, do this kind of thing to go?
Yeah.
Like, share you
To
understand?
go
So
Facebook
so
and
Reverend
BlackBerry. Those were
Reverend
the highlights of that time.
Blackberry. So Reverend Tito was not like, do you really want to be in this school? And I balancedly I told him, I said, no, I don't want. I want to go back to my former school. I want to go back to my former school. He now looked at me. He laughed. He went to meet Monsi. So I had finished the exam. I came outside. And he told Monsi, he said, since I don't want to be here, that she should just take me back to where I'm coming from. That was where my heart is. But Momsi said, no, I cannot forget that woman's speech. But she said it in Yoruba. She said, no, it is not me that will tell her what she will do. Now she born me. Now she go do. Now she go tell me
Yeah.
what to do. So
Yeah.
so that was the highlight. And immediately they didn't even mark the whole street. I just got the admission. And I was there. So I got the admission on Friday. I was told to resume on Monday. I said, I even will not even give me break. Let me even go and say hi to let me go and say bye to my people there. The man we got to
Mopsy knew
Mopsy had
something.
that running. God, in fact. So immediately we go back home. That very, very day, she started buying stuff. She started buying stuff for the hostel. Ah, I was like, yeah, nah, she used to go and come back. She used to go. So I resumed on Monday. No, I resumed on Sunday. Hostel on Sunday. That was when you guys were having jollof rice and shipping. I did not
Yeah.
join you
Mm-hmm.
guys.
One small chicken like that.
I resumed.
Yeah.
That's much. So I resumed on Sunday, and well, I was ushered into powder. So my bunkmate at that moment was Ajolopo. Do you know Ajolopo?
Remember a jollof rice? Yeah.
For
Yeah.
food prefect. So
Yeah.
that was my bunkmate. So we started vibing. I started moving around. Later, they rang the bell for siesta. I already moved in. I settled in. I was just on bed. I was just lying down on bed. They're just thinking about my life. That God, what would I be doing in this only boys' school? After the siesta, they rang the bell for sport. I came out. So I saw guys, all everybody playing and all sorts. So I was just there. You're like, come on, change from your houseware to, I said, no, let me just observe. So I did the observation for like a week, I think a week or more than a week. Then I saw, no, later that was when I met, I and Shayna got talking. So I told Shayna that I played the piano. So because I saw him on the assembly on Monday. Like, I've been seeing him
Yeah.
play. Yeah, that I played the piano too now. Like, what's up? Come on, put me through. So that was how I started getting closure. We are starting getting
Mm.
closure. I was like, oh, well, Only Boy is not bad. Only Boy is not bad. So, not bad. Apart from those seniors that want to bully you, though I didn't allow anybody bullying. But so I was just there. Then I think it was after the second term, the third term, that was when, was it? Okay, the inter-house came SS2. So that was when I started coming out as an athlete. That
Oh.
was when I started running.
Yeah.
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 So then
Yeah.
the main competitors then were Shopware, Shopware,
Yeah.
Yoruba
Okay.
Top.
Did you meet? I don't think you met. Did you meet anyone that was like Uche? Uche Kalu?
I met Uche
Yeah.
Kalu. Uche Kalu
He's
was doing
another
mineral.
strong competitor.
Yes, yes. So Uche was the one that actually even announced me. Because it was during our sporting activity in the hostel that I ran, and it was like, who is this boy? So that was when the whole thing started coming from there till when they left. So before they left, I was already in the limelight because I already started playing organ on the assembly. So I was already in the limelight and the rest of it. So I entered into the team SS2 second term, into the athlete team fully SS2 second term. So yeah, so as at then I was already head to toe with Oroba for shop. But I think those were the two. So I was the only
Yeah.
junior fastest
Especially
runner
shop. Yeah.
at
Yeah.
that, especially
Yeah.
shop. So
Yeah.
whenever we go out like
Yeah,
that,
I remember now. You were the fastest in our set. Yeah. That's true. Ekene was also fast, but
yeah,
not as fast as you.
Ekene was not fast like that, but he was also
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. It was kind of fast, but not as fast as you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that was when we started going out. I either run second leg or last leg. And
Mm.
so I can't remember who started. I think Ola will start. On Shokwe is always the third leg. Nobody drives third leg with Shokwe. So it's just I and Orobato that switches. We either switch second leg and third leg or second and last leg. So from there, I moved into football. Football. Like I was so handful. Music, sports, education, and so people were like, how are you juggling these two? I said, you will juggle now. By the time they come prep by 7 o'clock, you know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so moved with style football. From there, I became the school number one goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's true. That one I remember. Yeah, that one I remember.
I became school number one goalkeeper. Represented school everywhere. We had a lot of medals everywhere. Also music too. I was the one that played piano at the Museum Center. That one music competition we won.
That one I don't really recall because I tuned
Once
out
them
on. I remember Mr. Kaide. He was a new guy. It was, yeah, I kind of zoomed out because I lost passion in a lot of things. But he was a different teacher, and his techniques, he was different from other teachers in a way. So I always remember Mr.
He was,
Akarede.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
he was very. So that was very. So
yeah.
that was where we won the competition in Luzon. Won the piano. So I think that was when I started getting limelight. Like I was already there already. So it was time for different selection. You understand?
Oh,
So the issue
yeah,
they had with me then was,
yeah.
okay, okay, so what post are we going to give you? As that then, mind you, my housemaster then, we were already very close. So I already picked up like Ostov preparing rule from SS1. More like there's an
Wait,
Ostov
though.
preferred. I can't remember who my Ostov preferred was. James. No, 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 no.
Mr. Ewat James. Who is Mr. James? Is it Ewat Tuje?
I think it's the Watsu J. That short man that teaches you guys, is it biology or something? Or chemistry?
Yeah, yeah, I think we are talking about the same person. No, Mr. Adjorati teaches. I think Mr. Adjorati teaches biology. So it's maybe chemistry.
So Mr. Johnson does not teach. Mr. Johnson teaches junior secondary school, not senior.
Uh-huh. Okay, okay. Okay, let me ask you a question before we
Yeah.
get to the SS3. Before we get to the SS3 part. You've already narrated what SS1 was like, and it's interesting, and I actually love that point of view. Because in our opinion, when I say our, I mean those of us that were there from like GSS1, GSS2, GSS3, we're just standing on the balcony up in, what was it called again? Up anyway, close to the toilet area. We're just looking at who are all these newcomers coming to invade our space. And it's interesting that that's the kind of mindset we had at the time. And then you guys, some of you
Mental.
guys coming in, you guys had a totally different mentality. Some of you guys were like not happy to be there.
No.
Some of you guys might.
Okay, no, okay, okay. I think me, I didn't come in with people. I came in alone. I came in solo into the section.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah. You
understand?
mentioned. I was just saying
So
like how interesting that change in perspective is. It was very interesting when you mentioned. I was like, oh wow, so people actually feel that way coming in while we were just excited. Also,
yeah,
like looking at you guys like, okay, okay, this new guy. But it's interesting when you mentioned that. And it's interesting when you also mention the education and environmental standard of CMS Grammar School. It's not something I realized until I went to university. I didn't understand how good the academic standard in CMS was. I literally did not, because I was failing. I was one of the lowest in the class. So it's like I didn't really appreciate it until when I went to university. I was like, oh wow, so the school was actually very good. Because most of the things that they taught us in level one, they already taught us in school. So it was quite interesting. And now moving on to the senior prefect. No, not senior prefect. Sorry, moving on to the prefect. Yeah, you were saying doing our set.
okay. Okay, so when it was preferred selection time, I was not looking forward to prepare because like I said, I wasn't looking forward to, due to the fact that yeah, my friends, I already command, you know, this respect, in the school premises then. So it was really not a thing. So meanwhile, I didn't know my housemaster then wanted me to be the house hostel prefect, was bidding for me to be the hostel prefect, while the sports teacher too wanted me to be sports prefect. So
I see.
those were the issues where. So it was when doing this, I was not called for the first interview. Then during the selection they go call you for 3 interviews.
Yeah.
Like
I
they call some
were
seven
you
people
were you
then
there with us?
for
Were you there with us
ah
when we went to
I was
the
not called for the first interview.
okay, okay, okay,
Yeah, so I was not
okay.
called for the first interview. I think I was, no, I was not called. Yes, I was around. I was in school, so I was not called for the first interview. So it left. the second interview, what happened? I was not preparing for it. I think the second interview happened on a Friday afternoon. It happened on a Friday afternoon,
Okay.
so I didn't even know what happened, but we were meant to go out. Yes, we were meant to go out. We were meant to go out. So I already packed another white that I'll wear when we are going out. Our
Mm-hmm.
uniform. So I already packed that out of the hostel. It was in my bag. So I was just waiting
Yeah.
for the call to happen. Then I'll go change back
That's
to the
very
normal
smart.
white that I used to
That's very smart. I risked
for
it. Do you
outing.
know what
I
I
didn't.
did? I had a tie, but I wanted my white to still be clean. So I got a very long, sometimes our cardigan used to like overstretch, used to slack. So I
Yes,
got like a cardigan that has slack so that I'll sit down on it so that I'll not be dirty. So that's what me I did that day.
in fact, so I didn't know. And the funny thing is, they called us immediately after break time. If you can remember, it was after break, immediately after break. They now came. They were like, they entered my class called no, I think they called Abu. What did they called Abu? I can't remember. Called Abu, called me. What is happening? Where are we going to? What is happening? Where are we going to? Where are we going to? So on my way out, I now saw the sport prefect because we were meant to go out for a competition. I was not like, sir, what happened? Are we not going out to do that? I don't know why they are calling me to the hall. He said, Alademehin, go and change your clothes. Go and change your clothes instantly. Instantly. I ran to the back of the chapel. That was why I changed. You guys were already inside the hall. I came in late. So I was walking solo. I was like, what did we do this time around? I didn't know. And the next thing principal was, who is this? You know the way
Yeah.
Reverend
Yeah.
is. So it was like, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? I was like, sir, I was called down yet. I just coming by this time. See everybody. So the sharp pleaded, Mr. J pleaded, this is your house master. What was his name? That fake man. That was the short man. They pleaded that they should allow this
Mr. Shueton.
Ogunyeka,
Mr. Shueton. No, it's
Ogunyeka,
Mr.
Shreter.
Yeah.
Yes. Mr.
I
Shreton. So they were
actually
like,
spoke
okay,
with Mr. Ogoyinka 2 months ago. He's now Venerable Ogoyinka because he's now the headmaster. I spoke with him not too long
you said
ago.
what?
I said Mr. Ogoyinka is now Venerable Ogoyinka because he's now the headmaster.
Yeah, he's not
I spoke
very
with
He's
him
not
about
very good.
I spoke with him
He's not
about 2
very
months
good.
ago
Mr.
or so.
Adegbetu is that. I just Adegbetu. Mr. Adegbetu.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So
That's interesting. Well,
so
continue,
that
sir.
was what that was. So so my turn. I think they started calling. So they started interviewing people. They interviewed me. They were like, so what was the question they asked me? You got sports. It was like, oh, you're the one that won this competition that takes. I said yes. So he now asked, said, so how is the hostel? How is the hostel like? I said, our hostel has been very okay. It is not dirty. It is not dirty. Everybody observes siestas when they are meant to observe siestas and everything. I didn't know my name was written for both sports and what's it called, and hostel preferred. And so I left. All of a sudden my hostel house master called me. He now called, he was like, the thing is, you won't lie to me, that they wrote my name for two posts. That he wants me to be the hostel prefect of the house, and they want me to be sports prefect. So which would I want? Which would I want to do? I said, me, I'll prefer sport because I don't want hostel while at that period. You know, every sport thing, hostel prefer, you know, the way you normally do. It was not like,
Yeah.
see, it was not like, okay, so if, how long do I want to keep running from responsibilities? Like from being a leader, I've laid that legacy down. Cause I was like the one assisting Temi Ojo when Temi Ojo was hostel prefect of Prada. So whatever thing, I was always the one assisting the military. So I was already in the system. I know what to do, what not to do, and all stuff like that. So he was like, "What? Think about it." And the last statement he made was, "What? I would like you to be my Oscar preferred." So that was it. I was not like, well, I cannot choose. I cannot decide. It is what they give that they will give. And honestly, it makes me feel valuable. As small as I am valued. Then respect too. Sure, you understand? Like that it didn't impose, and and because of that, it didn't feel there are other people now. Sure, you
Mm.
understand? Like there are other people now. So like any which one that comes and also. Meanwhile, for the sport prefect, there was already an alternative. That is Shegun, so
Yeah.
because Shegun was
Yeah.
assistant then. So Shegun was assistant then. So automatically it has to be him. But there was as the alternative came, I was like, I went to meet Apojoto there because I was very close to Apojoto, and that woman, I can't remember her name again. I was like, Mama, I appreciate you guys a lot, but at this point, I think I would just like to be the author preferred, that if they can please share. So I had to do that. I did that. I made them with them, and they're like, oh, but no problem. That whichever one comes, they are happy for me. I'm happy for them too. So
Yeah.
on
Wow.
one
That's
day,
amazing.
anything that was to happen in that school will always happen on Monday inside that
Yeah. Yeah.
chapel.
Yeah.
So
And that man,
everybody will all
you hype up all our spirits first. Before that man is just an artist and a director. The way everything just goes and everyone is hyped. It's
everybody's
incredible.
like,
It's
yes,
incredible.
yes.
Yeah, everybody's hyped. Yeah.
So that was when all of a sudden I didn't even play piano. I was wrong. I think it was Sambo. Sambo was the one that played piano. So I went to sit at the back because I didn't want to stay in the choir store. I knew what was coming. So I
Yeah.
know the way we like feeling ourselves that we're gonna sit at the back. We're gonna sit at the back. So we'll start walking, people will see us.
Hmm.
So I was just at the back. So I was expecting, okay, let's which one is gonna come up. But honestly, I got a key on Sunday. I got a key on Sunday from Mr. Shoeton.
Okay.
I
Ah,
got a key on Sunday from Mr. Shoeton. So Mr. Shoeton, he didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't know. That is why at times you need to be smart and also. He mistakenly called me house prefect Crowder House on Sunday evening.
I see.
That was her. That was that was that was the whole. That was all. So I think he has said that before he realized what he did. But I already got the whole. So I was already prepared for Ostop preferred, and the moment they announced Shegun as sport, they announced Shegun as sport. I was like, so I thought Shegun make it the Alpha sport prefect. I thought Shegun the Monday, the man we saw after breakfast. I said, my sport prefect. He said, no. The Shegun that I knew that you the sport prefect. I said, no worry. When we get to the high, we get there. And that's all. So the moment they called him, he was shocked because he was sitting beside me. He was shocked and I laughed. I said, you don't know what happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
So that was how we were crowned. We were crowned, and that title shaping my mentality a lot. And also, I think it was like a step to learning how to handle people. Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
So how to handle
Yeah.
people, how to multitask. Like I multitasked a lot, and you have to. So I learned few things. That was why I said Seamus actually brought the whole best out of me. Like honestly. So I learned to be patient. I learned to be patient. Patience. No. Patience. How to deal with people both younger, older, even your age bracket, like our set and our sort. So learn how to deal with them, not to hurt each and every one of them, and also mentality shift. Change in your standard because a whole lot of responsibility was entrusted into my hand at that moment. A whole lot. I was handling money. There was no theft. There was no theft in Crowder
Not test at all.
as that as I said. there was no third. There was no third. So everyone, all of us were all together. You understand? So I tried to cover up for a lot of people. This kind of time when they will call siesta, I'll just come outside. If I see any of the stuff coming, I'll just run inside. Everybody, yeah, on your bed. This one is coming. So I tried to shield everybody and also just carry everybody along. So you understand? So it was hard.
Do you remember how Lighthouse was? Can you take us through how Lighthouse was when you were the hostel prefect? Do you recall?
You said
Light out. How light out was? Light out at the end of the day when it's time to sleep for the day. What was that like? Because light out and siesta is not quite the same.
Yes. So Lighthouse was that is where we gist. That is where we gist. The only thing we do is the only thing we do. So the only thing we do is the premium ones. I make sure they sleep early. I make sure everybody sleep early. So even if you're not going to sleep, just stay in bed at 50 minutes. I don't want any house master intruding into the hostel on the account of voice hearing, because it's going to bounce back on my head at that moment, and everybody will. We hardly sleep. Most times we sleep by 12 and also like that. We hardly sleep. So everybody was just gist. So
How?
you know what
You're supposed to wake up by like 5 or 6.
Bro, we always wake up 5:30. As long as the bell goes, we always wake up. So what happens is, we have like two doors. There's the main door, another door.
And there's one in the back.
Inside.
Yeah.
At the back. So the one in front, so I make sure I lock from the back. I lock from the back and I lock from the back again. So I have to buy padlock. So I have to convince the house master there to buy padlock. You understand? So I can be locking. So even if someone will not have access into the hostel at the night. You understand? Because as at that moment, as at that time, there were some of our sets that had phones.
Yeah.
And having phone was illegal then, so I had to protect.
A lot of things were illegal. Even bringing Indomie, bringing sardine, things like that also was quite illegal.
A whole lot.
But we ate Indomie and sardine anyway.
My brother, we are eating back to back. But
yeah.
Back to back. So I always log. Then when they sleep, whenever they sleep, like I wake up in the middle of the night, so I open again. I now allow access, because most times those house masters, they work in the middle of the night, around 2:30. So they just try to inspect and also. So when everybody has slept, I can just wake up and see who everybody's sleeping, nobody's doing anything. So I open, I allow access. So that's how I think we actually got the best hostel then too.
Yeah, it's
you get the best hostel.
I remember one exercise that they did where they told all house prefect to make sure that our rooms were spotless, and then there was a score given. So we will all go around the rooms, and which of us will grade what the room was like. So that was the cleanest I've ever seen in my room. Even the bed sheets were like crisp, no folds, everything else. That day was so memorable. Till today, I can't forget that day. I was hyped. The whole hostel was just spotless. Like, I don't know who won at the end of the day, but everyone was happy.
It was Crowder now. It was Crowder. No, it
really?
was Crowder. Yes.
To me, that day, it was supposed to be Stanley. To me, because Stanley was so spotless. Even Wilberforce was spotless too. So I don't know how other people want it, but okay. It's you guys that is doing your thing.
Teamwork and all sorts too. So that's the shaping of that particular school shaping the results. So that was the highlight of the whole.
And how did all your experience from now SS2, because all of this happened in SS2, and then in SS3 you had to change hands with the other guys, and then you focus on
SS2
SS2. Yeah, so Yeah, then SS3, then you had to shift the power back to, like those from SS1 to SS2.
Yeah,
And
so we
then
had to
we
come
had
back. Yes, yes,
a bit
yes.
of real life experience now to focus on WAEC and NECO. And some of us
To
GCE before
Aneko.
even that. Yeah. So what was
Yeah.
that process of SS3 like? Because the day students, they came to live with us in the hostel. Do you recall?
Okay. Yes. Everybody was in the hostel
Yeah.
SS3 now.
Yeah,
Everybody was in the
everybody was in the
hostel. So
hostel. Even when there was no one in school, remember that we all had to be in
no,
the in the hostel.
all of us had to be. I think that was when
Yeah,
they
yeah.
allowed just 2 rooms. 2 rooms. Is it 2 rooms?
And there were like
2 rooms
extra
down, 2 rooms
lessons.
up. Extra
And there were like extra
lessons. Extra
lessons.
lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we
So that
also had
was
this a bit of freedom that we could go out and read
that
at
was
night
that
and then no house master could stop us and
that
things like
was
that.
that
So that
was
was quite interesting also. Yeah.
that was where I started growing balls. That was when I started growing balls. It was
And
that
then
moment I brought in my phone.
you guys decided to spoil everything by going to Ozone. You guys, were you guys not part of the Ozone? Were you guys not part of the Ozone boys?
They had to use school, but Ozo was actually our school too now. You know
It was you
we
guys'
can't
school.
do
It was
without
not
not
my
going
school.
to Ozo now.
Now, I don't now know what exactly the report was. If you guys actually went to Ozone or that place that is behind Ozone. You know that place that is behind Ozone? Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes,
I
so
remember like
somewhere
my
we're
my
in the
sisters were in lags
so
also.
somewhere your sister was in life now. I remember you
Yeah.
had a sister in life then. So I didn't know what was happening. All of a sudden I just saw Mr. Ogoyinka at the back.
Monica, yeah. It was the one that caught you guys.
I just I just
Do you know that I went back to school about 2 years after or 3 years after? And the few juniors that remembered me, they were like, is it not you guys? Were you not the part of the ozone set? That's what they called our set. The ozone set. Basically, that's what they're calling our set
they
because they
just
all the legend of our set was the ozone set, basically. That's the stories. You guys that gave us all that. And because of you guys,
I was
do you
like,
know
what?
what they did to us that day now, that night? You know what they did to us that night? Even Arinze was
That was
so
when Arinze
annoyed.
I was that was when Arinze flared up. I think it was after
Yeah,
Arinze flared up
yeah,
I escaped that night.
yes. If he was
Yes.
so,
So
and I don't know why
yeah,
Mr.
he flared
Ade,
up. And honestly he was not there. He was not there.
yeah, he
Arinze
wasn't.
was not there. I think he was not feeling fine, so he
I
didn't go with
wasn't
us.
there too, but I don't get why Mr.
Yes,
Adenigri was
most of you
expecting me
guys
to
are not there. So they
snitch.
have to
He
punish
flared me so
every
he focused on me so much. I was like, bro, I wasn't even there, so I don't.
I don't know because I was not flawed. I was not flawed. I was looking at you guys from afar. I think I ran I was able to escape into that junior class close to beside the hall there. So that's why I was looking at you people from. And there was no light that night.
Yeah, yeah.
You remember there was no light that
I
night.
remember.
That was
Wow,
where
wow, wow, wow.
I saw the whole thing. I saw when Arizo flared up. So I think that was the saving grace. And we were expelled from the hostel. No, okay, no, that
What
was
did
not
you?
what expelled then. No. I think there was a time they were expelled from the hostel too. Something happened during that period too. That they had to tell everybody to
I shall know
go.
he was sent out, but he came back a while after. So I wasn't entirely
Yeah,
sure
it was
about what
something. It
happened.
was yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
And
I know it
then
was
yes,
expelled from the hostel.
that's quite interesting.
So that's
There's nothing that's as memorable as that. Then how did you take all of that excitement out then into the real world? And then
I was even in university. Yeah, it was when I got into university. I realized no, I was glad I had fun in secondary school. There's this kind of fun you
mm,
have in secondary school that when you get in university, you won't be able to. No matter how the free,
never.
how free you will be, even when you're in university. So you understand? So you won't like. I was so happy. I was so happy. I had a lot of fun in secondary school. Like that was why I was even able to have to keep those memories. Shit.
Yeah, because from
Secondary school
university,
was
the only
actually
time I ever had fun, the only time I ever remember fun in university was when I was leaving in my final year, when we were having those weeks of parties and
your
like
final.
cultural gathering and things like that. My final year, basically, from the first 100 level till it wasn't fun at all. Wasn't fun.
No, my
But what was
university
your experience
was
like?
a toying. University was a toying ground for me. You know, I schooled outside Nigeria, so it was more like a toying.
Did
Toying. I
I
was
did
just
not know
toying
that.
country.
I
You
absolutely
said
did not know that. I said I
I was
absolutely did not know
toying
that. Wow. That's
after
amazing.
100 level. I think I was only faithful. I was faithful in 100 level, but you see, after 100 level like this, I feel just wake up one morning. I don't enter Accra. Another
Uh-uh.
morning, I'm in Cote d'Ivoire. I mean, like I
Uh-uh.
was just moving. I was just moving through. So the time you see me in school, the only time you see me in school is when they call me for half an hour having the exam next week. Oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
always thought
was
I thought
sorry.
you meant like I thought you meant you were going from schools to different schools in other countries. That's what I thought you meant. I didn't
Mm,
know that you were. Wow.
uh, no, I was moving from country to country. I was just then okay. So before after school, then so I went to after school after we left secondary school. So that 1 year gap, I went to finally I went to polish my musical skill. So that was
Okay.
when I did my grade 1 and 2 in Mozon. I did my grade 1 and 2 in Mozon.
Okay.
So I was still an organist then. Then later I started playing bass guitar. I had to leave piano. It's one of the things I regret doing though. So I had to leave.
Why?
I started playing bass guitar. No,
Oh.
is that?
Why? Why did you leave piano? Why did you leave piano?
Like I said, that was so I was not able to balance both the and bass. So I was so engrossed with the bass, I neglected the piano.
Mm.
So
But what was so captivating
it
about
took
the bass
6 months.
that
Yeah.
you ultimately chose it over the piano? What was so captivating about the bass?
Okay, you know,
Does it have anything to do with the fact that bass sometimes have lead roles? Did you want to be in the forefront of performance, or what was that? What was
the thing is there. The Okay, so what I really what made me go attracted to the bass was bass actually makes it gives your music more rhythm.
yeah?
Sure, you understand? So at that moment,
You're a
you as a bass
control
player,
freak,
you're
right?
more like yeah, that is the word. That is the word I don't want to use.
Yeah,
That is that
yeah.
word I don't want to use. So
Because there's a
I actually
clear
don't want to.
there's
I don't want to sound.
the music is always better when the bass guitar really knows what he's doing. He basically
Always.
sometimes
So I
carries
don't want to use. I
the
didn't want
flow.
to use that. I didn't want to use that control streak. I didn't want to use that one. So I love
Okay.
being built in the center of yeah, all eyes on me. You know, no, this is me. This is me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was. So what got me engrossed. So I had to focus fully on bass. I had to focus fully on
Mm-hmm.
bass. You know, went to another music school within that 1 year. Then the moment I finally I got admission outside Nigeria, outside school, I was already good. I was already professional because you know you're playing every day, going out meeting people and all sorts. So I started playing for artists in school. I started playing for
Mm.
both secular artists and gospel artists.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Because I didn't actually people didn't really update it on the group, but I know when it came to 30 with the harmonica, I saw some videos of him on the group chat. Remember 30 with the harmonica? Yeah, yeah.
with
So
the
that's
harmonica,
actually quite
yes.
impressive.
Yeah.
You had a lot of adventure. That was quite amazing.
I
But
had
ultimately you had fun, you were in school learning, doing what you do. But I sense a transition coming. So can you walk us through that transition moment where you went from that to that transition that transition?
to transition into music.
Now you've transitioned into music with all your touring to Accra and all that, and then slowly, gradually, I mean, the end of school was approaching. What was that whole process for you like at the end of schooling?
Oh, you mean like at the end of
University.
university or
Yes,
secondary?
yes, yes.
Oh, okay. The traditionally came from New York, you know. So I thought music is what I would like literally do full time while I was in school. You know, then going traveling. There's this kind of exposure music gives you. You understand? So you meet people and also there. Because we stage, I was not really making money in this music. All it's this girl was just adventure, fun, and hot shots. So I was like, okay, so what can I do? I'm in this country. Like, I'm I'm in this country. So what? Okay, let us. And I'm the kind of person I am. I never ever saw myself as an entrepreneur. Like I have always talked
Mm,
myself down in on when it comes to buying and selling. That no, I can never be an entrepreneur. I'll go and look for 9 to 5 and do. So you understand? Then it was at that moment, at that moment. Then so while in school, all of a sudden I didn't know how my feelings for cars came. I started loving cars.
okay.
I started loving cars. So at that moment, I was already school. So I already had to plan. I already had a plan to okay. So after school, serve, then look for a 9 to 5 gig. Sure, you understand? There was no
Mm,
business aside 9 to 5, and my music so on the side, which I buying at. I still started having flares for cars. Okay, this is good. This is good. So why not just venture into something? Then I went back. I went to Kuton. So I went to make
mm,
inquiries about cars. So I went to make
okay.
inquiries about cars. That's when we still used to import directly from that way. So
Yeah,
I went I
I'm
went
listening.
I was there for like a year or two. I was there for like a year or two. So apparently somebody I met in that country was the one that pushed me into car business. So he was into that. Then I
Okay.
saw the way he was doing it. So apparently, so what happened was he bought like 2 cars for someone and he needed someone to drive the other one with him. Like he down to Abuja. That was my
Mm-hmm.
first time driving all the way from Lagos to Abuja. So I was like, why not? Let's go now. And let's now see if I can drive. The only thing is you just have to lead and hustle. And that was the beginning. So he put me through from the beginning of the business, how to execute the business, then how to close deals, and also when you get to the clearing part, that is to the immigration and custom part, how
Yeah.
to go about it, to really help people, and
Wow.
that was all. Initially, and this time, my mom is this kind of person that as at then she does not want me doing. They don't want me to stress, like work stress,
Yeah.
business or anything that would like, stress. They don't worry, we'll give you money, we'll give you money. I was like, for how long? And
Yeah.
university like that. Once you start depending on them for money, they tend to restrict your movement. So you understand?
They do.
So
Yeah.
I don't want you to restrict my movement. Let me hustle small. I was like, let me my all through my stays in school, they didn't allow me work. They didn't allow me work. They didn't allow me work. So I had to like, no, I can't always continue to be like this. Let me shock you. Let me shock you. Every yes, they were like, guy, how old are you for crying out loud? Like, you know, and when your fellow guys start telling you this, there's this, there's this feeling like, what
Ego.
happened? So I
Yeah.
had to tell them, yeah, like I asked, oh yeah, making a make find me, call me this. Like, you guys don't always call me on phone. Stop burning flight ticket and all that. So I had to stop. I had to like, okay, let me even face the world now. How about you guys can always be there for me? Let me face the world. Let me face the world myself and all. So that was how the whole thing. I think they had to reason. They had to also like take into that like, that's true now. So that was they didn't come for my graduation. I made sure I told them they should not come for the graduation. They should not come. Let me enjoy myself. The moment they come like that, the next day, you are flying back to Nigeria. I cannot come back at that
Mm.
moment because that is when school
Yeah.
starts to get interesting. So that was how I had to break forth. They didn't know I already started car business. Not to not even talk of me
Mm.
delivering the vehicles myself.
Yeah.
So that was after the first trip
Yeah.
I made with the other guy. So after the first trip I made with the other guy, I think that was what boosted my confidence, you know. And then there was not even insurgency on the road. So it was so sweet and also I had fun. Then I
Yeah.
I went to one of the car shops, pictures of four cars, like pictures of four cars, four different cars at car shop, everything,
Yeah.
collected the owner's contact. Then I started posting.
Mm.
Now, so I started posting on my, I think we're still using BlackBerry then. BlackBerry, what did they call that thing again? Like State Horse or something. I started posting.
I
I
do.
started posting. I can't really remember. So I started posting. So from that posting, a lot of people were like, when you started the sell button, you know, it's something they've not seen before. Like, when did you start? When did you start this one? So I have started. No, the day you saw it, the day I started. So my mom was not cool. My mom was not, she was not cool with it. There's nobody should not report me to. But so I told my eldest sister, yeah, I told like, the thing that then I had lost my dad. So she felt there was nobody I could listen to again except
Yeah.
from people, people close and I did not listen to anybody. So at that moment, um, that was when I started. So I had to tell my eldest sister that okay, at this junction, nobody can actually stop me from doing this thing. Remind you, I had already done my international driver's license. So I'm free to drive
Mm.
anywhere. So my first due from Nigeria, first time from Nigeria, came from a very old friend. So he was one of the people that saw my post, and I was like, okay, you did here. Oh, yeah, like, help me find 2005 Corolla. That was when Corolla was still like 1,000,000, 950, 900, 1,000,000.
Yeah.
I was like, why not
Yeah.
now? Why not? Why not? So I mean, why I'd literally still not understood the other side of the business. So I have to involve the guy that brought me into the business.
Yeah.
Come and see you. So and so. That's how we kicked up one of the moments we went around the shop and I was not and we saw what we are snap this one, snap like this, do like this, do like this. We are sent to the person. So I sent a couple of pictures and I was like, oh, you picked one. Oh, fine, good. So what are we going to do? Yeah, make let's pay. Make payment. I think that in 1,000 naira was like 3,000 sefa or something, or more than 3,000 sefa. I think then our currency was still good. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
sharp, sharp. Yeah, whose account? And then my account, you cannot send more than 500 K on my account. So then,
Mm.
so our head never saw
Yeah.
this thing. So you can't send. So I have to use the other guy's account. I had to use the other
Mm.
guy's account. I was like, yeah, let us do. Yeah, this is it. So we paid. The person made payment. Then we went to the border. We went to the border to one of the banks, the Nigerian banks there. We did the transaction, made the payment, we took the car out. So, due to my own international driver license, I can drive inside the country. He cannot. Yeah, so so we drove out of the car a lot in the car. So, you have links already. So you already informed this custom guy on the border that is bringing the car down. So they should start preparing the
Mm.
custom duty that the car has to leave the next morning that next morning because the whole transaction happened in the evening and all sorts. So that was how. We got the car to the custom office and bought that day. We did everything, came back inside town. Then the following afternoon, the guy called, custom duty was out, make payments. Oh yeah, who is going to travel? I don't know road yet. And I think the car was
Mm.
going to Ilorin. It was going to Ilorin. It was going to Ilorin. I don't know. Yeah, let us go. I go. That was how. This is how. That was how. So that was the first deal he guided me. That was my first deal he guided me to. Then, cause subsequently, so that or that deal I made, we went down to learn together. Because he was very familiar with the road. He's very familiar with the road. So we went down to learn together. But on getting there, I was the main person who did the deal. So like he didn't even interfere to the client. He was like, see your client say just followed me and all sorts. So that deal bettered a lot of deal. So that was
Wow.
actually what bettered Marv Autos.
Yeah.
So it was from there. So it was from there till I started growing the business. So from when others were closed, so when they closed other, so we were still doing I was still doing fire, not firework, but still smuggling cars and then because
Yeah.
I've not learned to bring in cars from America. So I've not
Mm.
learned to bring cars from America then. So I was still bringing in struggling and all sorts. So until I met someone in Lagos. I moved back to no. I think that was okay after my SE. So I stopped. I went for my MBA. So I was in SE. I was in
Oh,
SE.
okay.
I went for my MBA. So I was out there. I was out there. That I now went back to music studio in SE. I didn't work in SE. Music was what I was using to cash cruise and to friend and all sorts. So the Phobia issue was what actually brought me back to Nigeria because my mom was like, "Do you know you want to kill yourself?" I
Yeah.
was scared. So I met someone in Lagos. Well, it was still one of these shows. I met him in Lagos and was like, "What do you do?" So I said, I buy cars for people." And so I was like, "Yeah, where?" I said, "Put on." He said, haven't they logged? Haven't they logged this thing and all?" I was like, "Yeah, they have, but I have this my way of." I was like, "No, no, no, don't do that again. That he does that also. He has a car lot in Lagos. That one of these days I should come see him, let him put me through how to import cars directly from America or sort." So that was how I met. That was how I met. That was how I met him. And he has been he gave me deals. The deals he has been giving me deals. And one of the things that actually helped me with this business is one, integrity and honesty. Integrity, honestly. To tell you, most of the people I buy cars from, it is from somebody gave me your number. I want so. How much is it going to cost? Send me invoice. That is just all I do. Most times since when I deliver, I meet them face to face, but they send money to my account instantly,
Mm.
like instantly. So once I send the invoice, I do my calculation also. Yeah, this is the invoice. Send the account number. That's what you hear next. When is the car coming? That is what you will hear. And one thing that helped me too is hard work. Most times when I tell you, most of my clients are actually Abuja based. They are Abuja based, so I travel to Abuja a lot. So when I tell you, oh, your car will be ready, your car will be with you on Wednesday. On Wednesday, that will be leaving Lagos on Wednesday. It is a lie. On Tuesday, I'm already in Abuja on Tuesday. I'm already in Abuja on Tuesday. So I get there. On Wednesday around 12 o'clock. I just call you. Where are you? Where are you? Blah, blah, blah. Your car is there. And you be like, did you fly? You know? They be like, did you fly? I'm like, hello. I drove down. So that has actually been it has been what has been helping me at this point.
Mm.
Integrity and all. I know.
Wow.
So that is now my photo came into existence and has been existing.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. That's very incredible. It's interesting how everything seemed to fall in line, almost like the story was written just for you. It's like it was predestined, literally. Like there's no other way to describe it because you
Mm, in fact,
The things
initially,
you were. I'm listening. I'm listening.
yeah. So initially, even in the midst of that, I actually ventured into other stuff. So okay, so there was a time business wasn't really like booming like that, It wasn't coming out like that. So see, at that period, I came back from South Africa. I came back 2018. So from there, I started processing how to move from there, from Nigeria down to Canada. But they
Okay.
kept on denying my visa. Why? Why? What happened? So I did Canada twice. I did Turkey. Like to the extent it was that bad that Turkey, the whole Turkey down Turkey would deny me visa. I was so engrossed. I wanted to leave Nigeria. I wanted to leave Nigeria. So at least my goal for leaving Nigeria is at least when I get there, you know, I see one or two things. Then I start importing cars directly myself. Sure, you understand. So, and it also gives you leverage and opportunity to meet people and all sorts. So you get to create bond and all. But they keep denying, I keep wasting money. My strong-headed person keeps wasting money and all sorts. So when it didn't fall through, I had no money on me. I had no money on me. Business wasn't really going well. I had to do, and I went to go and carry my CV. CV that
Ah.
I said I was not going to use.
Yeah.
Actually, I went to carry CV. So I brushed up my CV. Then I got a placement. And honestly, I wasn't cool with the placement because I can't be waking up and be going because I had time to myself, business now. I can do other things and also. And I love traveling there. I can just wake up one evening and decide I want to leave Lagos. I'm leaving Lagos. I'm leaving Lagos. I'll just start car. I've gone. So you have that time, that person to yourself. But at that moment, everywhere done the law. So I had to do CV. So from there, okay, I'm like, okay, let me just do this for like 6 months. So within that 6 months, I did safety a certification in safety, health and safety certification, NEBOSH.
Yeah. HS.
Yeah, HSC. So I did NEBOSH then. So I think NEBOSH was around 250 k. So then my plan right I did NEBOSH was okay. Once I get the certificate, I'm traveling. I'll go to Dubai, work on site. Dubai has a lot of site
Mm.
work,
Yeah.
more money. So initially, the person I was expecting, I have a friend in the UAE. So I was
Mm-hmm.
not expecting him to come back to Nigeria. You understand? So upon waiting for my own certificate, that was how my friend came back to Nigeria. What are we now going to do with this certificate for Pengaland? You are there. Let me come and meet you there. Show me around. So let me walk. And if you want to leave, leave. That was
Yeah.
how he came back to Nigeria. He said he does not want to stay in Dubai again. I don't know what kind of person is this now? What is this? Okay, so back to level zero. So as at that time, I was beginning to get angry with myself. Like I had to leave Lagos. I left Lagos for a very, very long while. I left Lagos for a while. I just went somewhere. So luckily for me, there was an opening somewhere. Someone just called me. The facilitator that trained me in the bush, one like my mentor. So he called me, was like, UI, what's up? How are you? How you doing? That okay, are you interested in doing a facilitating job? Like me teaching safety, teaching in the bush safety. I was like, it's safety. I cannot teach now. He said, don't say you cannot teach. Don't worry. Where are you? I said, I'm in Akure. Okay, come online. Let's talk. So I came online, then we spoke at length. Then the following weekend, I moved back to Lagos. I got to Lagos, we saw. So then it was like I should attend these classes. So I should see the way he does his things. So meanwhile, mind you, as at then, even in during those period, I was still in my car business. I was still consistently posting. Even though sales was not coming, I was consistently posting. I was posting. So I got there. So you now notice that I sell cars. So I started marketing myself well. So one of those days, it was not going to be around for the classes. That was how I took up, I steamed up and I took that class that day. Unknowingly to me, did it on purpose. So even missing that class was on purpose.
I see.
Honestly, honestly, yeah, it was later. Yeah, I actually saw it as set up, but on the long run, I saw, I realized how blessed I am, how God has blessed me with people. You understand? So how God has like literally, because I'm camera shy before. Ah, no, I'm not used to for camera. So this are the kind of people that so they started molding me. Honestly, that first day, I almost wanted the ground to open and swallow because I thought rubbish. Do I know about safety? Yes, I do. I do. I know a lot about safety. But can I actually impact that thing I know? No. So I thought absolutely rubbish. Plans that was meant to close by 4 o'clock, I closed by two
Yeah.
o'clock because I was even ashamed of
Oh,
myself. So the following day,
wow.
I didn't come to the class. He heard it, he laughed. He said, he said, he said, he made a statement. He said, for you to even stand up and say rubbish, you are getting there.
Mm.
That was so. Subsequently, I started going. I now started teaching HSC, the junior HSC, like 1 to 3 HSC, 1 to 3, the baby one before the Bosch.
Mm.
I started doing that. So I started getting familiar. So I had to draft out a pattern to teach. You understand? So that's how from there I now graduated into taking the normal the Bosch classes. So I was now doing that at the side. Meanwhile, my hustle is still there, my business is there, my music career did not stop. And at that moment, I think I was playing for Midnight Crew. At that time, I was playing for Midnight Crew, like two other artists on the church too. So that did not stop. And I was doing everything simultaneous.
So, if you don't mind me asking, you've been through what most people have not been through. And fortunately, and I'm thankful for this, but fortunately, you've had mostly positive experience. Yes, there has been times where you've been impacted by loss. There are times where you've been impacted by
Yeah,
slight inconveniences, but you quickly bootstrap,
inconveniences.
just kept doing basically, and then
Mhm.
you were fortunate to be in the right place at the right time, meet the right people, because some people, unfortunately, will be in the company of not so good people and then they will had bad experiences and then give up. But thankfully, you
Mm.
were in the position where you were surrounded by decent and good people that were both trustworthy and were also keen enough to notice your trustworthiness and your value.
Yeah, the thing is, well, actually, not all of them, not all the people you meet actually were actually wanted or actually want to see you do well. You understand? So I've actually also met the bad ones too, and I'm this kind of person that once my energy does not match your energy, no matter what I withdraw, I withdraw, no matter what. That's how I was able to like protect my sanity should I say in the industry world at that moment because which is to fly you out of the country, but due to some this thing they will want to sideline you and all and also so those kind of things. So those are where I stand up and no, you cannot do this nonsense to me. I would rather leave. I would rather leave. I would rather leave. So I tend to protect that for myself and I don't discount people easily. Sure, you understand. So
Yeah,
I give you benefit of doubt until you prove to me why I shouldn't trust you anymore. You understand? So me trusting you now lies in your hand, not in my hand. You understand? So it has honestly it has really helped me. Then also meeting good people, like
yeah,
meeting good people. I tell people that it is not everyone that has money actually has a very good heart. You understand? So you need to meet people that are actually not wealthy and they have a very good heart to know what it is to have a good heart. Then when you now meet someone that is wealthy and still has a good heart, my God, God just blessed you twice. You understand? So I have been
yeah.
slapped. I have been slapped. It has not been easy. It has not been easy. I have been slapped. I have been they sent me because company that sent me out with my proposal. I remember there was the time I was trying to do a 3 days training for secondary schools on first aid. I did a 3 days safety before COVID 2019. Before COVID, I did a 3 days first aid and firefighting for 50 schools. 50 schools. 50 schools. My God. And this, it has to be, so how I was like, it has, you have to involve Lagos State. So like, I'm telling you for a fact, my proposal was thrown out several times. It was thrown out several times. And the top of it, Lagos State government wanted to hijack it.
Uh-uh.
Yes, so they wanted to hijack it. They wanted to hijack the program, yes, because it involves public schools. They had to use
Yeah.
public schools for popularity's sake. Yeah, so because I realized the academic sector now, our secondary school curriculum, these things are not invited into it. She understand, and the world we live in now, we need to start teaching our kids safety awareness, safety cultures, then also how to protect yourself when you're in danger, when you're in harms. Imagine your child is home alone and there's a fire ignition somewhere. What would be the child first reaction? So you understand? So these are the things I tend to put in place. I went to 7 Up. I was looking for sponsorships and all sorts. I was thrown out, but at the same time, I was still helped. A lot of companies bought into the idea and supported it one way or the other. Sure. So the program was a success. I think that is one of my biggest achievements. So it was actually a success, which I did. So that was when I moved from there. I moved into the oil and gas sector, downstream operators. So I started training.
Yeah.
I started doing safety trainings for downstream operators in the oil and gas sector. Pending, I did that for like a year. Pending when the DPR actually crashed the whole this thing. So from there, I was like, okay, now we've enjoyed 9 to 5. So now I started enjoying 9 to 5. But alongside, I never stopped my business. I never stopped my business. My business still goes on. So at the all long run, so I still had to. When I left, I had to now. Okay, let's see what can I do again. That was where I now ended up in this my current company I work with. I work with an electricity distribution company. I was one of the safety
Okay.
officers there right now doing so.
Okay.
Alongside,
So
yes,
you're one of the NEPA executive.
my brother. I don't like using the word NEPA, so people won't come cut my
But
head.
NEPA is what we all know. Now we are the present. If you don't mind me asking a favor of you, currently we're in the present. You've taken us through this incredible story. The ups and downs, the reality of life, basically, your story.
Yeah.
You've taken us through this incredible journey, both the highs and the lows, and basically the flat. A couple things saw you through. There were times where you motivated yourself. There were times where you picked yourself up. There were times where other people picked you up. There are times where other people motivated you. At this stage in the current present, surely there are things that okay, these are my beliefs. These are my way of life. These are things that I know that motivates me any day of life, basically. Even anything that comes in the future, you draw on a particular strength and a particular moment of the past. So now, from those that are coming after you, right, you are giving a tale to those that come after you. What will be the word of encouragement, word of wisdom that resonates deeply with you in 1 or 2 sentences that you will give out to our audience or people that are going to come after you?
Okay. The thing is, I one thing that actually keeps me going. One, be myself. You understand? Allow people see you for whom you are. You understand? Allow people see you for whom you are. Everybody cannot like you. Everybody cannot want you in their space. Everybody cannot want you to work for them. Everybody cannot want you to like deal with them. You understand? Be yourself. Be yourself. The more you're yourself, the more you attract your kind of people. Here, you understand. Then also, another thing is dedication. Dedication. My dedication to succeed is actually higher than what I have seen right now. It is higher, no matter the ups and downs, no matter the ups and downs. No, it is where I'm going. I'm focused on where I am going is where I'm focused on. I was scrolling through X this afternoon. Then I saw this guy Abuja car wedding. I saw how elaborated the wedding is and I was like, this guy is a car dealer. How many hair does he have that I don't have? But that I can't allow that outweigh me or weigh me down or make me think myself less. You understand? So I saw that we said go reach here now. Me said
Yeah.
go reach here. This is where we are building our business to. So the dedication, consistency. There are times that a lot of people come to me and they're like, they want to start helping me to market my vehicles, they want to help me to market cars so they can make money. And the first thing I tell them is, one, do you have passion for cars? Two, do you have passion for sales? Three, are you a patient person? Because one, you're not selling, or I'm not selling rice and beans or clothes that anybody can buy. These are luxury. These are luxury. There is anybody can buy clothes of 50,000. Anybody can. A wretched person can buy a clothes of 50,000. You understand? A middle class person cannot wake up one morning and say, I want to buy a car of 25 million. Sure, you understand? So that is where the pressure business won't always go as you expect. You understand? So are you willing to go through that process? Can you endure? Can you endure? So I used to tell them, if you know you cannot endure, leave. I don't have time to waste because I can't be sending you everybody have left.
Everybody gave up.
And at the end of the day, they ask me, how do you do it? I said, it is not me. You're the one looking for fast money. Yeah, I'm looking to invest money and turn over money, right? So we are two different people. I think as a business person, you're thinking as someone that just wants to use money for something. So you understand? So that is the disadvantage of this business. If you're not consistent, if you're not patient, my dear, you can't succeed in this business. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Ultimately,
those are my go-to. Then also God. I know they use God play. I don't joke. I don't joke with God because He actually helped me, brought me this far. He brought me this far. So I think those are well, anyone who wants to like succeed. Then also look up to a mentor. I read books a lot. Read books about sales, about everything. Then also expand your knowledge. Expand your knowledge, not only in one sector. I didn't study anything in engineering. Neither was I a science student. But I see where I am now at the end of the day. I am currently in an engineering industry, electricity distribution company. You know, it's just broaden yourself. Read books. Read books. Move with like minds people. Then go out a lot. You cannot meet people inside your house, and you cannot meet people online like that, like that, like that. It is so limited. Go out, meet people. I go out a lot. That's why most of the time I'm always busy. Yeah, okay. Let me just go. Let me meet people. Then learn to interact and feel. I'm actually a very big person though. So I think my charisma to also like kind of attract kind of people because I play a lot. You understand? So that's just those.
okay. If you don't mind me asking a more specific question now, because you are a form of expert in this particular field, I'm going to ask you. You are an entrepreneur, and even to niche down, you are an auto mogul, if I do say so myself. What would then be? Now we are going practical, not motivational, because yes, you have a lot of practical knowledge. What would then be the number one and number two practical advice you give to someone that is starting as a car merchant? I'll define what that means. A car merchant is someone basically that came to you It cannot afford a car, but it can come and take pictures of your car or you
Come and
send
take
pictures
pictures
saying,
of my vehicle, or I'll
yeah,
send you pictures
yeah. But
for you to post and buy. Okay.
how is that person supposed to market? The reason I say that is because before I came to Finland, myself and a couple other guys, we're
How is the person
merchants
supposed
to market the cars because this person is probably broke and doesn't know anyone that can buy 25 million naira cars. I'll give you a case study. So myself, I went to Gigi and I posted these cars. Of course, I paid like this subscription for the Gigi and I posted these cars. But after like a month, I didn't really sell. I sold like on my 4th month. You get what I'm saying? On my 4th month. But some people are not in that position where they can keep up that. How would you encourage this person basically to tackle that situation?
Okay, so I'll use myself as an example. When I first started, I have contacts on my phone. Everybody has contact on their phone. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
has contact. No matter how small you have people you talk to daily. You have people that view your stories daily, that care about you daily. You have social media. You understand? So you don't really necessarily have to get somebody from yourself. You understand? So this is why visibility is very, very key. You understand? So when I started, I didn't have anybody that can buy a car of 1 million. All of us are students. Everybody in my contacts, we are all students. So where do you want to see 1 million naira car from? But what happened was I kept posting. I told you I had to go to Calot in Cotonou there. Then took pictures of 4 different cars. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So those cars were what I was posting constantly, constantly, constantly. Meanwhile, the person that came to approach me for car, the cars I was posting was not even one of. But each time I post, there is this visibility. Each time anybody views your status, there is a picture of you they have in the head already. Oh, you're posting cars. You posted car today. You posted tomorrow. You posted car next tomorrow. People will start asking you, how far you don't start to sell more.
Mm.
So that was the highlight. And it came out like, when did you start selling car? I said, I started none yet. You understand? So
Mm.
it is from there. As you, so as you're posting, people are saying, it might be the person's friend, it might be someone that saw your status, the friend that will be telling somebody that I need to buy a car. Do you know any car dealer? You understand? You're not even a car dealer. They'll just
Yeah.
come to you. I have someone that'll be posting now. That'll be posting. Oh, yeah, let me ask this person. They ask you, how far do you have this thing? You know you don't have. Who do you go to? You go to the person who sends you this thing to. Then also make sure you meet trusted people. Most in this our auto business, a lot of people are scammers. Even the big names. So, you refer back to the person, and that is how those things. So they go like the one I did, like the first one I did. The guy contacted me for a 205 Corolla Sport. Then where will I
Mm-hmm.
get 205 Corolla first from? I went to meet the person that brought me to the business. This is what we are. This is what we have on ground. How are we going to go about it? I am open to learning. I want to learn. How are we going to go about it? Yeah, yeah. Do yeah, let us go. Do like this, do like this. Snap, post, snap, send. So whatever the person is asking me is there, is responding. He's responding via chat as if I'm the one responding. You understand? And this is something I'm doing for other people too. Like the remaining like 3 people that we meet that still helping me push business and all sorts. So this is the same thing. So when the deal was done, it was the first runner of the deal. But when we got to the location, I became the fourth runner. I was even dumbfounded. Like, but why you don't collect glory
Yeah.
now? He said that I have started. I have started. I will see this through. So, yeah, so he's just there to guide me, and that was all.
Yeah.
That was all. So with trustworthy people, you understand, it takes time. Like I said,
Mm.
it takes time, but consistency, be consistent, be patient, be patient, be consistent, be patient. Not everybody has that dope points. I won't like to. I've been in this. After I started this business 2017, 2017, and my highest deal was a Land Cruiser Prado. That was 2022. A Land Cruiser Prado of almost 80 million.
Wow.
See how far. See how far
Yeah.
from that. She understand. So from that, you're already making it for yourself. You're already making it. The next thing people start looking for your status. If you don't post on it, you don't post. How do you no post motto to that? You know the same motto again. You understand? So they now know you as a car person. You understand? So
Mm.
it is not that easy. It's not that easy like that, but you just have to be consistent and be patient. Be patient. There are times you might not actually even sell a car, a unit of car for a year. Yes, I have been there. I have been there for like a year. I didn't make any sale. I didn't make any sale. My cars were in the compound. I didn't make sales for like a year. But did I give up? No. They have to go. There's a buyer. There's a buyer for every car.
Mm.
It might not be this year. It might not be this
Yeah.
month, but there is definitely a buyer for every car. As long as I don't relent, as long as I don't relent, I don't give up. So, and thank God for social media right now. So make use of
Yeah.
social media a lot. So make use of Twitter. I mostly do Twitter because I'm not really an Instagram person. So though I have a platform on WhatsApp where over 200 platforms on WhatsApp where I'm connected to both dealers and end users. You understand? So over 200
Mm.
platforms on WhatsApp. So that's mostly where I post my vehicles. Then Twitter also. Twitter also. My first sale on Twitter was what actually prompted me to start posting more on Twitter. Because I actually don't
Uh-huh.
like I don't like where I will post and I'll not get reaction. You know, and I'll
Yeah.
not get reaction. They do me what kind. It actually discourages
Yeah.
me though. I was like, so the
Yeah. I
one day
get what you
someone
mean.
just entered my DM. I was like, you just entered my DM. I was like, do you have so and so? I'm like, hey, so people are seeing this thing. So people are seeing this thing. So
Yeah.
you won't know. So from there, started gaining presence on X. I had to change my name from your boat to Marv Autos because I was using your boat.
Mm.
So the X account is
Yeah.
attached an old X account. So I had to change. So yeah, I'm no longer an athlete. I'm no longer the athlete two people knew that time. I'm now
Mm.
an entrepreneur, business person. So let us try flow with that. So that is how this business runs.
Wow. It's been incredible. And before we wrap up, now at the present, the future is yet to be written basically, or is yet to be lived. But what are your ambitions for the future? What are the things you long for you to achieve in the future?
Okay, so one is to I really want to expand my lot. I'm really looking forward
Mm.
to have a lot in three places. Instead, one I have Lagos here, so to build two more in Abuja
Okay.
and Accra. Yeah, so that's one of the things I'm really, 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 really looking forward to in that aspect,
Mm.
in the business aspect, and in the other night to five. I don't really see myself staying long in 9 to 5. I don't see myself staying long in 9 to 5. I've always had this, I've always been this that to travel outside the country. I've always wanted to leave the country. So like go back from person before. But due to all this, so I was advised to stop. What if I get there, I don't make anything over there? You
Yeah,
understand?
I understand.
So I had to, okay, let me just tone it down. Then build a brand here. Understand? So build a lot of brand here. So I don't see myself working 9 to 5 down. I want to focus more on business.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Do you know why? Because you offset it somehow, because not only do they attend to your cars also, because your own personal car will need some maintenance here and there, but you also offset it with income from also servicing and maintaining other people's car. So in a way you serve as, yeah, yeah. So in a way you serve as this trusted party that even though maybe they want to sell their car someday in the future, they know that, okay, well, this guy has been helping me with my car. So maybe I can just trade my car with this guy for a new one, or he can help me out. Yeah, so that's one way to, yeah. The Alade-Meyi of today, is there any message you want to leave for Alade-Meyi of 10 years from now?
Of 10 years from now.
Yes. You want to leave yourself a message.
Okay.
Time travel message.
Okay. Well, I don't I, I don't want to jump the gun, but there's every possibility I might actually end up in politics. So I don't want to jump the gun here, but there's every possibility I might end up in politics. So let's keep our fingers
Okay.
crossed and see how it goes.
You remind me of someone. Off camera, I'm going to, no, maybe not today. Off camera, I'm going to talk to you about someone, because he started like, I'm honest, he started just like you, literally, and he's built a network and an empire. The name of his company is called Cabin Africa, and
Who's that?
he's doing amazing things. Cabin Africa. His name is
Okay.
Otumba Fawaz. Yeah, we were classmates in school and we started selling cars together. Then I left Nigeria, I came here, but he kept selling and he's built an empire. Everything you've basically spoken about is what he spoke about and he started. So he opened a car lot in Saboyaba. He has this car lot
Oh,
that's opposite Fidelity Bank in
oh, really?
Saboyaba, Cabin Africa. Yes. So when he
Ah,
opened that car lot, right, he now hired mechanics to maintain all his car and also
people's.
maintain other people's cars. Then he called people to come and take pictures of his cars and sell. It got to a point that they were selling 80% of his cars. So basically, he's only responsible for selling 20% of the cars. Yeah, they opened a group chat. There were like almost 300 people in the group chat. And he will post things on the group chat of cars available, blah, 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 blah. To the
Wow.
point where it became so much that he couldn't be sending pictures again. So he had to create a website as they will go
Hmm.
download the
Yeah,
pictures from
you
the
go into
website. And if they need
from the
anything,
website.
he will update it on an Excel spreadsheet and he will keep, it's a live Excel spreadsheet that any car that is sold, it will be removed as sold and blah blah, and the commissions are allocated. Then people were selling his cars too fast that it was like, okay, maybe I can use this network to sell other people's cars.
Hmm.
So we appreciate your story.
Yeah.
Not so many people do that, where they come on live in such a responsive manner and then they tell us their story and they
Yeah.
give their account. So we appreciate it. We have no idea what you've done for us, and especially to hear a story as motivating, inspiring, and so such a roller coaster. So we appreciate you taking us through the thrill of your journey. And we here from Tales from the What's the Point, TAFTOBY, for short. We appreciate you. Um, if there is any last note you would like to leave for, yeah, of course. And we appreciate it. What would that be? Yeah, that's amazing. And we appreciate you. So thank you very much, Master Alade-Meyi. And we hope to hear great things from you, and we hope to see great things from you. Hopefully, 10 years from now, we are making it a tradition here at TAFTOBY. No problem, no problem. Who knows, maybe this show for that day will be saying we go get budget to dey travel to country to just do the interview. So by God's grace, we go reach there one day. And we want to try to make it a new tradition on TAFTOBY to have each guest appear 3 times across 20 years. God keeping us, 3 times across 20 years, because then the story gets more and more and more refined and it just feels like a full chapter basically at that point. So maybe 7 to 10 years from now, we will hear another incredible story and a more refined concept, especially the things you've prophesied today that you want to achieve then. And we know that you are going to achieve most and all of these things. So keep up the good work. It's been a pleasure. It's been my honor to speak with you. And we at TAFTOBY wish you adieu. Also to everyone listening, if you are looking for a car in Nigeria and Africa at large, you can always patronize Marv Autos. He said it himself. Reliable, credible, and you can never go wrong with trusted. Yeah, peace of mind. Yeah. So you can reach out to him on Facebook, Twitter, or X. You can reach out to him on Instagram. You can find all his handles at Marv Autos. We're also going to put it in letters also, so you can easily follow, and also the link in the bio or in the description, so you see it there, and you can follow him. And if you need a car, peace of mind, he's going to deliver. In short, he will over deliver that the day before. He's already in your location, but he's chilling. He's chilling. He just wants to enjoy your location somewhere. Then, yeah. So thank you very much. We appreciate. Yes, so Father. Yes, definitely, definitely. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.